I'll be rocking the Idol Masters and Royal Girls U149 episode 9. I'll give it like a 99 on Crunchyroll's website. And now I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0 go. And fitting to actually be like episode 9. I really do hope though that they start building the set goal in the series though, because straight up, I feel like the last few Idol Master episodes have straight up hidden a snag, unfortunately. That's my issue with the series. It's still enjoyable, but it's like the more I watch the series, the more I'm like, okay, when is this series going to do something significantly more meatier? Because I feel like so far, the only all right, I mean, this series is always strong, I mean, especially when it transitions to the opening. But I feel like when it comes to this series in particular, it's only had like just a few meaty episodes. With those episodes being episodes 1, 2, 6, and I think it was episode 4 or 3, the internet episode. So I really hope this series can start to step it up in the finishing stretch. And that was my concern when the series first started, like there being a lot of girls. Because usually in idol anime, when you have too many characters, there ain't enough time for them to get focused at all. It's in every idol anime that has too many girls. It was in Love Live Ninja Saki that was an issue seasons 1 and 2. It was an issue there. It was an issue in Idol Pride. It was an issue in Selection Project. Pretty much whenever I see an idol anime that has more than 6 or 7 named characters, usually this always happens. It falls into the problem of just having too many characters to work with every time. I haven't seen that anime that. Oh, sup, Russ? 12389. I hope so, Russ. But regardless, though, this season has been so unfocused. It's been utterly unfocused. Like this anime has fallen to all the trappings that I've seen every idol anime that has more than 6 idol girls fall into. It's sad. I'm like, ah. Like Love Line Ninja Osaki seasons 1 and 2 couldn't avoid those problems. Idol Pride couldn't avoid those problems. Selection Project couldn't avoid those problems. And then even this series fell into the same trapping. So I hope the last few episodes are strong, super strong, to make up for the lack of focus the middle episodes had. It's unfocused. Because some of them, no, it isn't, Russ. You had an episode where you had an episode focused on a girl's iguana, which wasn't the most interesting thing ever. Or that one episode with the acting, where it didn't even show the acting. It just exposition dumped that the acting was going on. That's what I mean by lack of focus. Yeah, some of the episodes were focused. The first 2 episodes were really if that's the basic structure, Russ, then the basic structure has got some flaws. Because of this series, the only ones that were super focused were episodes 1 and 2, which were amazing. The internet episode was amazing. And episode 6 was exceptional. So just 4 episodes have been exceptional out of 9 so far. So we've had 4 exceptional episodes, 1 super rushed episode, and 4 okay-ish episodes so far when it comes to the Idol Master. Well, at least this specific series of Idol Master. It hasn't been terrible per se. Like, this series is still enjoyable, but it definitely doesn't have that pizzazz element going for it. Visually, it's a different story. So far, this episode's good though. Straight up. But yeah, I think it bit way more than they can chew having like 9 different characters though. Unfortunately. I think though some girls like Arisu and Nana have been well done though, for the most part. If it has no bad stuff for us, and that's not realistic. That's just showing the pleasant stuff. Realistic would be showing the positives and negatives. That would be realistic. Like, say an example, Perfect Blue, that showed the positives and negatives. It'd be nice to get some negatives. The closest we got to that was the internet episode where you had one of the girls be all on social media. That was so well done. Seeing like the negative aspects of being an idol. Kind of have more episodes like that, showing the negatives. Yeah, Russ, but the negatives, you don't really see the cycle. Well, you don't see the cycle and logical impact of the girls reacting to not getting jobs, though. It's just surface level stuff. I felt like the only time we really got to see really big negative consequences was that internet episode. That one was really well done from a consequence standpoint. I would like to see more stuff like that, where we get to see like the toxicity of fans and how bad it could really get if things aren't managed properly. That was the stuff that amazed me. I was like, wow, this is awesome. That's the type of stuff that I absolutely adored. Like, if the series did more of that, it would be amazing. Straight up. Regardless, though, I do like the producers' chemistry with some of the younger idols, though. It's actually really adorable. Just the positivity. And I love that stylistic choice. We see the comment, and then we see the voice of the commentator. Like, some of the directorial choices are really good. Russ, that's not what I'm talking about because you know what I'm talking about. Because the thing is, it'd be nice seeing the familial reactions from the kids and things like that, and the pressure that kids could feel. Case in point, the calf. Because here's the thing: they show pressure that a kid can feel from an adult not getting a job in anime, and these are anime airing this season. So there's this anime called The Cafe Terrace and Its Goddesses, where I had an episode where it showed off the negative consequences of one of the characters not being able to get jobs and feeling the pressure from her mother. Like, it showed the consequences of that. Those are the type of consequences I want to see. Like the pressure from parents when you don't get the job done. Case in point, when we saw Rihil in the newest episode feel the pressure. Or there's another anime that really did show off consequences when a character cannot get work. There was Shima from Skip and Loafer that showed off the really negative consequences as a kid not being able to get work. That's the type of stuff I want to see, Russ. Idol Master only does things on the superficial level. It doesn't show the pressure that sometimes kids could be put through. That's why I enjoy the series, but so far it's been half of it has had maybe some substance, the other half has been fluff. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy the fluffy humor, but I feel like this series could do more though. And that's the thing. Like, you have series like Skip and Loafer and the Cafe Terrace sometimes show us like the toxicity that kids have to go through. Oh, and there's Oshinoko too. That's why, yes, I enjoy the Idol Master, but I also have to remember the other anime that handle consequences that the kids feel a lot more seriously. Not all parents are like that, Russ. I find it hard to believe that every single parent of the nine mains is busy. There'd have to at least be one or two parents that aren't so busy all the time, Russ. Regardless. And they would still be at least some parents putting in some pressure. Because that's how parents can be naturally, even if they don't see a child a lot. And saying that Eddie's reaction is perfect, though. That's the type of meat that the Idol Master is lacking for me. The series is good, but it's lacking that meat that keeps it from being the great tier. It also doesn't help that before going into this, Idol Master fans are like proclaiming, "Oh, this is going to be so great." Yeah, Russ, but that was only done in exposition dumps, though. That didn't really make it engaging. That type of stuff loses effect when we don't see the parents themselves. You mean it exposition dumped all that info? Because as of now, we haven't seen any of our main girls interact with their parents at all. That's why the series hasn't completely won me over yet. It's still fun though. And my goodness, this bit is scenic. Like there are some things to gander at when it comes to this series. And the animation movements continue on being amazing, despite this not even a performance-oriented episode. Like all in all, it's impressive to look at. And that bit where we can hear Sharon is probably the producer imagining having the girls in a venue. Like there are some stuff I really got it from this episode in particular. I mean, I love how they all have a variety of outfits too. That's something I do appreciate. Like this series, straight up, doesn't settle. Because in a lot of these type of animes, normally when it's idol stuff, you don't have characters have a variety of outfits like this series has. At least when it comes to characters like Arisu, anyway. And it's just nice seeing them all show out. Okay, now this is one of the stuff I want to see. Playful chemistry with characters teasing each other. This is fun. And it's always fun seeing characters splash each other. That right there is the vibrant energy. I freaking love to see. Yeah, it's always nice seeing Anissa be smiley too. Because we almost always see her like a serious look. So whenever she isn't super serious, it's just a treat to behold. Well, shoot. After all they did, I'd be dang shocked if they weren't hungry. As for Oshinoko Russ, I just so you know, I've also critiqued Oshinoko too. But Oshinoko does have positives. Yes, it's unrealistic, especially when Oshinoko handles the whole reincarnation aspect. But I do like how at least shows off like the consequences of expectations. Like I said, we saw I suffer the main consequences of getting into like a relationship like that without thinking it through. Well, yes, Oshinoko obviously has problems, which if you see my reactions to Oshinoko, you would know that with Oshinoko, I'd be the first one to say that Oshinoko loves position dumps. Oh yeah, Oshinoko. Well, yes, it's unrealistic in certain regards. It does show off consequences pretty well. Okay. And regardless of the fact, I will have to give Oshinoko this. When we saw all the negative backlash that Akane got, it showed us how rough people can take negative backlash. That's the thing. Oshinoko, yeah, it's unrealistic in certain regards, but it has intense emotional moments too. That's the thing. A lot of series have their positives and negatives for the most part. Admittedly, this is actually one of the better Idolmaster episodes so far. Where here, I feel like they give the girls their time to shine, their comedic moments. Oh man, I love her spunkiness. I like her bit. Oh, I'm sure the Mick though, it's gonna turn out well though. Yo, that looks good. I mean, hey, why not? I mean, for all they know, it could taste absolutely fantastic. I love her slight hesitation. That's the thing about the series. It has that nice fine directing there. That's the humor. Because if you didn't have like that build up animation to her tasting and she would have just ate it and said it was good, it wouldn't have that in comedic punch. That's the thing. All yes, it'd be nice if the series had more focus. Moments like this, like the simple moments, this series does a good job of elevating them. Because a lot of anime, they try to have simple moments, and they fell in doing it straight up. Ah! He hid the peppers in there. Oh, I thought for a second he was going to give her something with peppers. Where oh, okay, the peppers are in there. I had a feel. Oh, all right, nice. Okay, now that's the kind of character moment I like. Now this is cool because we actually I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting to see more moments where our producer can actually teach instead of looking like a joke. I like how the last few episodes they've been making the producer a bit more respectable, not just a gag character. So that's what I gotta give episode 9 credits. It's actually improving on that end. Yeah, with a smile like that, who could say no to continuously teach her new things? I know I wouldn't be able to say no. Happy. Oh, that's so cute the way it's all happy. Yeah. And hey, hopefully they can stay together so that they continuously have more fun new experiences. I hope we at least see a debut before the series ends. If we don't at least see the debut before the season ends, that would be a colossal disappointment. Wait, why does Shadowverse even have a recap though, Russ? Kind of makes me wonder, is the series already having production issues, Russ? Because if it already needs a recap week one, I don't know. That doesn't seem like a good sign. Hmm. Well, whatever the case though, Russ, I hope it turns out well. I want it to because Yu-Gi-Oh! Has fallen off of a cliff. Well, I hope that's the case for us because lately all the card game anime I've been watching have been disappointing me. Go Rush started out well, but it's become the Udius show where only Udius can do anything useful, and every other character not in Udius is worthless. I've had Cardify Vanguard disappoint me because it went from being really good to season 4 having a freaking AI be the main villain. And I'm like, bruh, why? Why? Both of these card game animes having like good first, second seasons and falling off of a cliff. So I hope Flame can be amazing. I needed to restore my faith in card game anime. I need it so badly. Hopefully, it comes out with a higher budget to boot. I love how he does that the little ones. Aw. Okay, I gotta admit, this actually was one of the best episodes. Well, I'd be darned. This episode impressed me. Oh, he's like, Nani. Nah, no more than little. She overcame the heat a lot. Good. And that's what's central for Arisa because Arisa in episode wouldn't have been able to have fun like this openly. So this is a great episode for her development. That's the good news, Russ, because lately, card game animes, for some reason, their writing quality falls off like a cliff once it gets past episode 30 something. So that's good to hear when it comes to Flame. Because man, watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And Card 5 Vanguard made me a pessimistic bitch when it comes to card game anime, those two. I'm like, damn, what are happening to these big franchises? Oh, okay, Ross. But yeah, like those two just made me wonder what are happening to these big franchises that used to have consistent quality. And then that consistent quality is absolutely gone to the wayside. I don't know. That was actually a good joke. This is really good. Pretty much, Russ. Which, hey, I prefer that. Better than whatever the fuck Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush did. Go Rush essentially introduced time travel. And I'm like, oh boy, time travel. Hooray. Like, just what the series needed. Had problems of it developing characters not immunities and it has fucking time travel connected to the worst Yu-Gi-Oh, which is sevens of all time. I'm like, bravo, Go Rush. Bravo. So yeah, that's why Go Rush fell off a cliff for me. I'm still watching it though, but and then they made Yuga such a loser again. I'm like, why such disrespect towards them? Yeah, and the worst part, Russ, they treat Yuga like a joke. Like when he lost to his own, what was it, ancestor, he straight up cried. I'm like, what the fuck? Just when I thought Yuga couldn't get worse after watching Sevens, Coach was like, hold our beer. We'll make him work. I'm like, I swear. Or Udius. That boy Udius is back. Udius. But even he can't carry that. Yeah, pretty much, Russ. Well, the only thing I'll give Go Rush is Udius is a good character. That's it. That's the only damn thing that series has. Udius is the only good character because other than that, Yuma was a joke. Yuma loses every major duel she's in. Even used to be good, but then she got back sidelined by Yuga of all people. So she's a joke. Even's friend is terrible. You've got you who had potential, but then he lost in the first duel he was in. It's like, and then they skipped the Galactic War arc. Like, holy cow. What happened to Go Rush? It was the first 13 episodes were so good. You had high stake duels, characters getting injured during duels, walking charismatic Magnet Udius, and they wasted it. Like, damn. I'm only watching this because of Udius, and even Udius can't carry the show anymore. My poor boy Udius. My poor boy Udius will have his back will be broken. His neck and spinal cord will be broken by the time that series ends, because it is, man. It is. And don't even get me started on Conflict Vanguard. Holy fuck. Its fourth season was good up until the point where they said, oh yeah, the main villain is an artificial intelligence. I'm like, what the? So the main villain is a computer software. Yeah, that's where also Cardfight lost me. And the saddest part about Cardfight, that also had a lot of potential. Had high budgets, amazing music, the best visuals I've ever seen for a card game anime, and the series just takes a dump on itself. I'm like, what's with these card game anime? They can't control themselves. They just can't. They can start good, but then they fall. That's card game anime for you in a nutshell, Russ. Lots of untapped potential. My goodness. You know, I used to complain that Build Divide ended quick. No. You know the funny part about this, Russ? None of the fans can defend it. They can't even defend it anymore. Like, seriously. And that defense doesn't even work because the fans, even they're like, what the hell? So, yeah. It's the point where even fans are starting to, like, doubt those series. That's the funny part. They can't even defend those shows anymore. It's like how the tables have turned on both of them. And I'm sad because I enjoyed those two had great first seasons. Well, at least when it comes to the Cardfight fans, they checked out in season 3. Season 4 was them checking out even further. So I know Cardfight fans were negative. When it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, a lot of fans dropped it. I mean, they were in for like the first few episodes, but then they seem to have fallen off of interest. So at least when I check on my anime list, a lot of the interest seems to have fallen. Because at least on my anime list, Go Rush is a 5.7. While, yeah, it's a 5.7. The scores dropped. It used to be way higher. It used to be way higher than 5.7. It used to be in the 6 mark. Yeah. And even people are saying it's silly in general. Like, straight up. So, now it looks like the fandom is losing interest. So, yeah. Nah, it's a fandom. Puffs and Boots was, I haven't seen it, but I heard it was great. And Pretty Cure is, at least, even at its worst, Pretty Cure is enjoyable, even for a kid's show. And Muko Dreamy season 1 was a kid's show. Season 2 was a piece of shit, but season 1 was good. Then Muko Dreamy Mix happened. And then I was like, yeah. Muko Dreamy died. But hey, thankfully they fixed it, though. So hooray. Yeah, I've heard great things about the second one. But yeah, overall, though, I'm giving this Idol Master episode an 8.5 out of 10. It was great. We got to see the chemistry with all the girls, spend time with each other. We saw Arisu line up as a character more. The producer got to teach some of the other girls things. Honestly, they've taken the producer and made him into a better character this week. I dig he, actually. Pretty much, yeah. That's essentially it for us. True that, true that. That's the beauty of it. But man, it makes me wonder if they're going to make a third movie. But overall, though, I had fun with this episode of Idol Master. I'm definitely going to react to the next one. But anyways, thank you, Rusto389, and everyone else for watching my video, and I hope you have a great day or night, y'all. Bye-bye.